right, so we are back with a new video. Let me first of all start out with yesterday. I went to go get some work done on my teeth. It was something, y'all. It was, they had to numb my mouth, and I went to the dentist yesterday, and I'm like, "What's going on?" So they was like, "Oh my god, it was a feeling, but it wasn't as bad as I thought because once they numb my mouth, they was able to do some deep cleaning." And so I go back next week to get some more work done. Then I'm gonna get some more work done. So, just getting my dental health. And it took me years to finally get to the dentist to take my dental hygiene very serious. So I finally went to the dentist, and I'm using my dental insurance, right? So it's not the best insurance. I'm on a payment plan to pay my dental bill off, and I'm like, child, just more bills, but it got to be done. So let's start with our first topic at hand. Let's go to R. Kelly. Let's go to R. Kelly. So apparently, R. Kelly is reportedly in tears over the corona, blocking visitors from seeing him in prison. So according to the blast, R. Kelly is reporting breaking down because the coronavirus has stopped him from being allowed visitation while being behind bars. The prison official informed Kelly's lawyer nobody was allowed visitors. It wasn't only their client guests being turned away. Kelly's lawyer reportedly wanted to check in on Kelly's well-being and work on his defense in his criminal cases. A rep for the Bureau of Prisons in Illinois says the staff has suspended visitors for 30 days. The prison is attempting to prevent exposing the inmates to coronavirus without any visitors, books, or a pot to piss in. I guess we'll be crying too. Phil Bella Kills. That was the neighborhood talk was reporting. So I really want to say this. A lot of people is suffering, not just, R. Kelly. I will be crying too because people are looking forward to visitors. But you even have residents crying in nursing homes because they can't see their family. So he's not the only one. And that virus is very, very serious. I know at my job, even before you can step in the facility, you have to get your temperature checked. You have to go through this screening in order to even start your job. So you have to get to work early because if you have a temperature, they're going to turn you away. So it's a very challenging on everybody, especially those in prison. And again, he's innocent until proven guilty, number one. And then these people, they're looking forward to their visits. And so if them visits are suspended for 30 days, you really look forward to a 5-minute visit, 10-minute visit, 15-minute visit, especially those in nursing homes as well that are suffering because of this this virus. And of course, you even got in Dallas jail not accepting really no more people unless it's a felony. So it's a lot that's going on, and they don't want any of that virus to break out in a prison or jail, because once it break out, it's difficult to contain it because a lot of them people cannot social distance themselves. They are cluttered. Most of these jails and prisons are overcrowded. So if anything were to break out, it's going to be difficult to contain it. Even in a nursing home, it's going to be difficult to contain it. Even now in nursing homes that I even work at, they're not even allowing people to go into the dining room. They're allowing them to stay in their room to pretty much separate the people so they won't be cluttered. So it's just all about protection. So that is definitely what's going on. So in my next story too, Future definitely put out his one of the baby mothers dropped a paternity suit against Future. So Future, one of the baby mamas, dropped their paternity suit. So that is a shocker to a lot of people because they were saying that this woman really wanted to take Future to her paternity court. So paternity court. So I'm just assuming that Future paid this woman off. And see, that's, you got to be careful sticking your penis to all these women. And I'm gonna just keep it clean with you. If you a man and you famous, put on a condom. It's nothing wrong with putting on a condom. You know what I'm saying? So one of the women that that said that she was pregnant by Future dropped it. So this is the Sydney Parker has dropped the paternity suit against him. So this was one of the women that had it against him. So she dropped it against Future. So Future still have another case pending, and it's no telling what else he gonna have pending, putting his peen and all this puss. Like, you got to be careful and put on a condom. There's nothing wrong with putting on a condom. I don't understand these men that go on these women raw without no condom. Like, you get yourself an unnecessary drama, knowing that most of these women want you to go in raw. Most of these women want you to go ahead and get all of this. They want all of it, but most of these women, not most, a lot of these women, or it's a large amount that get into the industry, want to get pregnant by a rapper so they can have some type of job security. Okay, so I'm like, okay, dude, you should have put on a condom. Let's just keep it real. You playing Russian roulette with your life, and then you playing with your bank account, because if she get pregnant, the first thing she gonna do, go into the courts and put you on child support. You got to pay a couple of $1 million to that person. So definitely Future does have that community peen, and he needs to get that in order. Okay, one way or the other. So if you look right here, we have breaking: Kevin Durant has tested positive for coronavirus. So this is yet another African-American that have been tested positive for this virus. And what about this virus that you will not have any symptoms unless you get tested? You want to, some cases are mild where you don't get symptoms right away. Then my friend, his mother was tested positive for coronavirus as well. So I have a friend back in Chicago. Somehow his mother was exposed to the virus, and she is in self-quarantine for 14 days. And so it's just really, really sad. This is no hoax. This is real. Because once I got the information from him, I'm like, whoa. Because sometimes you won't believe something until it actually happened to one of your friends, until it actually happened at your front door. Because you hear it on the media. Until you actually see it and hear it, you definitely. So I'm definitely praying for her. Because when you posted on Facebook, I was like, wow, you have to be very careful. And then working on the front lines as a nurse, I think his mom is a nurse, you get exposed to it. And then you working in these nursing homes, or especially in the hospital, you get exposed to this virus. It's a high chance of you contracting it. So you have to be very, very careful, going to these places. And then what we are learning is a lot of these hospitals don't have enough protective gear, gowns, masks, goggles, the things to protect you from getting it. So a lot of doctors in these ERs are contracting this virus. And so it's very challenging, because a lot of people is getting a lot of these masks, and the healthcare professionals need it. And so now they have a shortage of ventilators. So it's just a lot that's really going on right now. And they are estimating that we will not be over the worst part of it until like August. Okay. Till like August. And then you see blue skies right there. My dad is 85 in the hospital with the flu, and he's being tested. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really difficult. And then you're in your 80s or your 90s catching something like that. You have to be very careful because their immune system is very compromised. But you in these facilities, you have no choice but to contract these viruses, because you are definitely putting yourself at risk of getting this stuff. So speaking about this, Keri Hilson posts something on her page, and she blamed the 5G internet, the 5G, cell phone connection to coronavirus. And then she said this really wasn't popping into a lot of these countries that had adapted the 5G system. So, of course, she got a huge backlash from her management team, and they forced her to take it down. She wasn't the first one to come up with this type of conspiracy. A lot of people came up with this conspiracy. But, of course, when you're a Black woman and you're trying to speak your mind and have an opinion, number one, they're going to come after you and say something very, very negative. Number two, when you're Black, they're going to try to discredit you, say, you're not no scientist, everything like this. And she took it down. Why is she letting her management team run her? I don't know, but she did take down the situation. And Idris Elba addresses critics as well, because he was tested for coronavirus, and this is what he had to say, because his wife was around him, Sabrina, and a lot of people said she shouldn't be around him since he tested positive for coronavirus. But this was his response. So it's a lot that's going on with this virus, y'all, and this is real. So protect yourself out there. So I hope I said his name, Idris Elba. I hope I said his name right. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's go to the video.
Generally, Sabrina's fine. Nervous, of course, worried. You know, just for clarification, Sabrina wanted to be by my side. You know, as much as we talked about her not coming to where I am, she did. I wanted to, and I love her even more for it. And I would do the same for her. So I see a lot of people going, Sabrina shouldn't be there. He's sending out the wrong messages. You know, in this time and something like this is going on in the world, you know, love is all you can get, right? And who am I going to turn down my wife's support? As much as I wanted her to keep safe, but we presumed that, you know, if I had it, there's a likelihood she would have it too. So we calculated that risk and we decided to be together on it. So I hope you guys can understand. Generally, Sabrina's fine. Nervous, of course, worried. You know, just for clarification, Sabrina wanted to be by my side. You know,
let's go to this video.
If you are going through something similar, and then the guidelines say one thing, and I'm pretty sure that the guidelines say that, you know, you should isolate yourself into one room, and that may vary around the world. It really boils down to who you are and what you and your family are most comfortable with. So, but, you know, like, I love Sabrina for standing by me and being in that video. It was the most important moment for me. So we're doing good, guys. You know, if you are going through something similar.
And then this is the video that they were referring to. You said she was right there.
What's up, guys? So look, this morning I got some test results back for coronavirus, and it came back positive. Yeah, and it sucks. Listen, I'm doing okay. Sabrina hasn't been tested, and she's doing okay. I didn't have any symptoms. I got tested because I realized I was exposed to some.
And so, as you can clearly see, I want definitely is up to you. But I would say if you have any symptoms, you know, self-quarantine yourself. But that's his wife, and so you can't tell her not to be around him, especially if that man got some good peen. You're gonna make that sacrifice and do what you got to do. But I will say this, you know, for safety concerns and for your health, don't put your health at risk. But some people gonna do it anyhow and just go right ahead and just be in the same room. You know, they love their man to death. Do your part. But again, you want to just put your, you know, don't want to just sacrifice for that pain like that, and then you get yourself at that type of predicament, and then you get the virus because you suck on the pain, taking the pain, don't give a darn. There's a lot of people gonna get it because they ain't gonna give up no sex. Now they might stock their refrigerator up, but sex, they ain't gonna give up on that sex. That's just something they're not gonna do it. You can't contract it with somebody like that because if you around them, they coughing and you giving them that pain and mucus and all them droplets and all that stuff going on. That's another way to get it. You're supposed to be having social distancing, not humping in the bed, but some people still gonna be humping all day long. They ain't gonna stop humping, but you know, somebody humping right now and they just getting coughed on. They don't care nothing about all that coughing and sneezing. You still gonna hump. That ain't gonna change. You supposed to be social distancing. You don't supposed to be in the bed humping. But some of y'all still gonna do it because I'm like this. You ain't got nothing else better to do. You said self-quarantine. It's gonna be a whole lot of babies being conceived during this coronavirus, okay? Epidemic. It's gonna be a whole lot of babies gonna be born with all this self-quarantine. Everybody can do nothing but just be in the house. You can't go to the club. It's gonna be a lot of people just going random, just being in that house and just getting it in, okay? I'm gonna just tell you that right then and there. That's a lot of babies going to be conceived during this epidemic, okay? During this pandemic. There's going to be a lot of peen and puss going on during this pandemic. That ain't going to change. It's going to be a lot of humping. I'm going to just keep it 100% clean. So, Fashion Nova is suing Tekashi 69 for $2.25 million, claims he never told them he was doing hood rat, okay? According to Fashion Nova, they had gave Tekashi 69 a check for $225,000 in October of 2018, and about less than 2 weeks later, he was arrested. So now they want to sue him for $2.25 million because he did not held up his contractual agreement, contractual obligation to promote the Fashion Nova brand because he went to jail. Now he in prison because of his acts with a gang. So now they want to sue for $2.25 million. Of course, he's supposed to get out of jail this summer, and that's just another way of doing it. So a lot of people is saying in the comments, what he's gonna do when he get out. I think he's gonna do a reality show, a documentary. I mean, he's a hot commodity when he gets out of prison. So definitely I can see that man doing a whole lot of stuff when he get out of jail or prison or wherever else he's at. Okay. He's gonna have to lay low, but he's definitely gonna have to have top-notch Secret Service security, okay? Naval SEAL, because that brother is definitely gonna put himself at risk for a whole lot of stuff. I'm gonna just tell you that right then and there if he ain't careful. So y'all definitely be there for that. We are definitely streaming on Facebook and we're streaming on YouTube. So we want to thank everybody for tuning into this episode. Do not forget that we postponed the meet and greet in November. So the first weekend in November will be the new dates for the meet and greet. Okay. So we have those dates. I posted on the community wall. So if anybody want to get the information, for those people, we still keeping the same host hotel. So if you call the hotel to change the dates for your room, you still able to do it. It's still way in advance to do that. So it's not so you don't, but don't wait till last minute because you have to cancel and get the new date. So you need to change, you need to edit your reservation for November. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you all there. That we're gonna celebrate my 30th birthday party as well during that weekend because my birthday is on the 11th. So we definitely going to celebrate my 30th birthday party. We're going to have a good time and hopefully everything, we're not really dealing with the virus. Hopefully that passes and I really hope so. Hope we ain't got to do no more postponing because I'm really looking forward to seeing each and every one of you all in the place. But thank you all for tuning in. I'm gonna get myself ready for work and start this day. But I want to say this, we are working on content. A lot of artists that we're supposed to bring on the show, some artists have canceled. A lot of people are spending time with family. A lot of people are going through, they're nervous. So this is like a challenging time. So I know a lot of people's looking forward to my T-Bars, the rapper that was supposed to come on the program, but y'all keep these people in their prayers. It's a lot of stuff going on, so people are getting sick and they're going through it. So now, but we are working to getting more guests on the show. We're just going through a little trial right now with a lot of time people. Is going to be the big three. The big 3-0. Yes, blessings. So it's just definitely truly a blessing. I'm looking forward to it. A lot of people's like, oh, you about to be 30, you about to, you look for, baby, I'm looking forward to any age that I get. Any day above ground, it's a blessing. Accomplished a lot. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, too, I did go out and vote. Okay, I did my vote by mail. Okay, and my girl Kim Fox won the Democratic for state's attorney. So I'm super excited that she won yesterday. So I don't know if my friend won Andre Clark, but if he didn't, I did vote for him as well. So I'm looking forward to y'all went out and vote yesterday. And a lot of people didn't go out and vote. I wish that they would have postponed the Illinois primaries to a later date because people were sick. They're going through it, but they didn't. So people had to go vote and put on a mask or just, and everything like that. So it's just really, really sad. They should have a way where people can just vote by mail. Just make it more accessible for people that don't necessarily want to get in a car and go to a place. They should have where you can vote online. It should be other ways where you can put your vote, that you could put your vote in my humble opinion. They should have other avenues to help you vote instead of you waiting in long lines with hardly no machines and all that type of stuff. That just definitely my humble opinion of how this operating is. I'm really praying that the Senate pass. Let me say this before I go. I really hope that the Senate passed the paid sick leave, not just for people that have sick children, pay it for anybody that is sick and have to take 14 days off. Because, you know, some people don't have children, but yet they sick and they still got to be at home for 14 days. They need to have a paid sick leave for people in this particular bill. Also, too, they should pass where they can send money, checks to Americans like $1,000. That will help out a lot of people. Now, a lot of people were speaking against socialism, but now Republicans are arguing on the Senate saying give $1,000 to Americans. Mitt Romney is saying we need to give Americans $1,000 checks to put into the economy. But all these people before then were saying that we shouldn't get the $1,000, that we shouldn't get, this is not a social, they passed it, that this is not a socialist country. So now they need this and everything like that. So they passed it. So we waiting on the president. I can't wait to see if the president going to sign it. I know that Cory Booker, they wanted $4,500, and that will be a great blessing to a lot of Americans, including myself. Okay, so we will remain to be seen to see if we get our checks. Jane, it should be 5,000. Hey, honey buns, right? So they said that they passed. They said that they passed it. So we shall see when the president sign it. The sick leave they pass, okay? But I gotta see what sick leave is it. Is it just for those that got sick children at home, or for those period that get sick? So I got to read the bill and see what is actually in there. Child, some companies saying after the days run out, employees can give the sick days to others. Wow. They send $1,000 going into my savings account. I ain't bad ish. Okay. I know where mine's going to be going. Mine's going to be going towards some much needed bills that I have. Okay. So definitely 1K isn't really helpful in big cities around the country. It's not, but it's a good start for a lot of people. Some people could do something with $1,000. But we thank you all so very much for tuning to an episode of The Wiley Show. The Wiley Show with you, and we thank you. God bless you all for this. This has definitely been a great video. I'll be back for my lunch break. Okay, I didn't do yesterday, but I'm definitely gonna do today. We back at our regular programming for that. My son used his $1,000 towards his rent because he ain't moving back here. They're asked for more than $1,000, so hopefully that get passed. Hopefully it does get passed. And so we just want y'all to have a wonderful, blessed day. I'm gonna get myself together, brush my teeth again, because I gotta keep my teeth whitened and taken care of, good health. And I slept like a newborn baby last night. Let me tell y'all, I was watching the trial of it's a trial on Netflix with this young boy, and because the young boy was abused so bad that he lost his life due to his injuries. So I couldn't even continue to watch that because once I got home from the dentist, I got on the phone, checked up on some people, and I got in that bed, took me a hot shower, got in that bed, and I slept like a newborn baby. I didn't even want to get up for this show, but I said, let me get up. And it's raining outside. I slept like, Gabrielle, I slept like a newborn. I slept like a newborn baby. When I tell you that I slept everything like that. So I got to watch that so we could talk about it. So I'm definitely going to watch that when I get back home and sit and chill and watch that. I tried to watch that while I didn't make it past the second episode. Everybody needs to go to jail. So I'm definitely going to watch it, rewind it back because it was watching me because I went to sleep. I was in the bed knocked out because I was tired. I really was. because I didn't catch up on my sleep. So, you know, once you're out of your element, you out of town, and you come back, then you trying to make sure you don't catch wash your hands. And so once I get into bed, I went to sleep. Oh, while you were tired. Yeah, I was tired. Like I was so tired because you running a show, you working, and you got to be creative. You're in a creative mode. So then when I come down off that creativeness, and then I'll be like, I get crashed, and I'll be in that bed like boo, and because I did not want to get up today. I was like, okay, let me get up. I know I got to do a show. Let me get up. I'm tired, and I know I gotta go to work. Then I gotta come back, do my lunch break video, and then probably do a video once I get out of school. We're pretty much on the 3 video a day. On a good day, I try to at least give out like 3 videos and stuff like that. So I'm just glad that I was able to do this morning show. I've been in the house too long, haven't slept from yesterday. I slept. So I just thank you to the great dental work. It made me sleep like a newborn baby. It's just people, if you can afford it, get you some dental care. It's very, very helpful, and it's helped you with your heart. It helped you with health too. Good dental hygiene is very important for every different reason. So I just want to thank my dentist for his work, his just being so gentle and just did an incredible job. So we thank you all so very much for tuning into an episode of The Wiley Show. I will see you all later, okay? Thank you all for blessing me with all your donations. You all make it possible for me to get dental work, get possible to do things to make the show better. So if you got any stories, some people have been sending me some information, some different stories and stuff. I'm doing my research on it because some of these stories y'all be sending me, I'm like, oh, let me do my research before I go on live, because there's some stories, scandalous stories that I get in my DM, and I was like, okay, let me do a little bit of research before I run with some of these stories, because I get threatened dealing with these celebrities and stuff like that. But I'm here for it though. I'm here for it. And so thank you all for tuning into this episode, and I can't wait to see y'all again with the next video. Y'all have a good one, and wash your hands and be safe.